This is Joel Solomon of PRS and the Roadmap, and today I'm talking to you about your business, understanding the nature of it, why it is a cycle, and the importance of communicating how you get paid, including what I describe as goodwill, in order to obtain never less than 10 high-quality referrals from any current client or new client that you'll work with will become paramount to building your business on a going forward basis. Now remember, generally speaking, people do not refer life insurance professionals. It's just not what they do. They don't get to the first tee on a Saturday morning with their buddies and say, hey everybody, you got to meet this person that just sold me $5 million of indexed universal life or guaranteed universal life through age 100. That is just not what happens. But they will refer anything that wows them. And by use of the web-based roadmap planning tool and other things that you'll learn about in your roadmap partnership, you'll see why it's so important to actually deliver something that they can't get anywhere else. But first, let's understand and talk about the business cycle so that you can appreciate even more of why it's a cycle. So if you think about this for a moment, it's really a circle. And it's important that none of the pieces of pie come out of this circle. So if you can imagine a pie as a circle, and you cut a piece of pie out, somewhere over here, which I'll show you in a moment, if that pie slice is cut out, you cannot continue. And that pie is going to represent the end of your business cycle, but the most important part of your business cycle, which is referrals. But what I want you to think about as an established producer is that you've got, let's say, 20 best current clients. And what we're going to be able to share with you is how to actually go at those 20 best current prospects with one of two proven telephone scripts that will either talk about how to pay tax on qualified plan distributions at a more than 50% discount, or it might be to talk about how much capital they actually need at retirement to live the way they want to live for the rest of their life adjusted for inflation. But these are telephone scripts that have the specific objective of scheduling that appointment. Now, 80% of those people you call who are your 20 best current clients, that's a minimum number, will accept the appointment to discuss these two themes. There is now a specific approach talk that you will be utilizing that talks about the power of the markets, which disconnects clients with their emotional core beliefs about the markets and connects them with facts. And secondly, the introduction to the roadmap. Now, the purpose of today's introductory webinar about the business cycle is not to get into great detail because this is an hour and a half in Roadmap University where we're actually going to explore all of this. Now, when you use the approach talk with your clients, 75% or 12 of them will actually want to work with you. Now, keep this in mind. You're going to identify your 20 best current clients. You're going to use a telephone script. At least 16 of them will meet with you, probably all 20, but let's just say 16. And using the engaging PowerPoint presentation and the power of the roadmap, at least 12 of them will have you put together one of these two presentation themes. You will obtain their specific goals with respect to these two themes, like I said, IUL to pay taxes, unqualified distributions, or retirement planning. But you're then going to construct the case. So the cycle is you've got to have people to talk to, a first appointment or approach talk. They agree to work with you, and then you've got to put the case together, which is very simple when you're a roadmap partner. And then it's time to present the case, take applications, and fine-tune. no less than 1 out of 3 client presentations will result in an insurance sale. Should be 2 out of 3. We're only going to assume 1 out of 3. When you deliver the policy to that client or their investment portfolio, there's something important that has to happen. Now, what has to happen is the fact that you have a referral session with those clients. Now, the referral session is critical. So if we started with 20 current clients and 16 saw you and 12 work with you, and if 1 out of 3 close, that means 4 clients will buy, and then there's going to be a referral session with those 4 clients. There is a specific script that you're going to learn that I've used over 39 years in my practice that we teach at Roadmap University when you are a Roadmap partner. Now, by using the script, by being prepared for your referral session, you will never obtain less than 10 written emails that will come from that client to prospective clients. So that means at the end of this first cycle, you've now doubled the amount of business. You've got 40 new referrals, and you're going to repeat this process. This is a business cycle. It does not end here when you deliver a policy. It ends here with the referral session because it then starts over with a new beginning. It is a constant cycle. So let's talk about this referral process and how to obtain 10 high-quality referrals. I call this the key to the kingdom, the road to Oz. Now, when you're working with a new client, you need to tell your client about how you get paid. Could be possibly consulting fees, assets under management, depending on the nature of your practice. Financial products. Mr. Client, I represent you, not the financial institutions. If you have a need, I'll recommend the appropriate financial product. Then I'll search the marketplace for the top 2 financial products to meet that need. I'll explain the differences, both quantitatively and qualitatively, as why one product versus another. And if you purchase that financial product, the financial institution pays a commission to me. It's going to pay the same commission to me if you need that financial product that it would pay to somebody one day licensed in the business. You are not paying me the commission. The institution prices into the product, not subject to alteration, the commission. So if you have a need, if you need a financial product, I'll assure you that you're getting the 2 best financial products to choose from, and then no motivation from me as to compensation. My role is to represent you, and if I deliver to you the best product, that's the integrity of my business. Does that make sense to you? Yes. Mr. Client, the most important way I get paid is your active goodwill. After I complete my work, if it has been phenomenal and most valuable, what I call PV, then we'll sit down and talk about those people who respect you professionally and personally, who would benefit from the work that I do and that I would enjoy working with. But only when we are done with our work and you believe the work was phenomenal and most valuable. Is that fair enough? Now, if that client has already received a referral email, in other words, he was a referral to you, this process is very simple. Now, if you're talking about somebody that maybe you harvested as a prospect, playing golf, or you met this person somewhere in some social way, and you're meeting a client for the first time who was not referred to you, you'll have this conversation, and the person might have the following objection. Bob, it sounds great, but I don't refer anybody to anybody. You know, Bob, that's interesting that you say that. May I ask what your best friend's first name is? He says, John. So let me make sure I understand. John sends you an email and says, Bob, Just a short note to introduce Joel Solomon. Now let me show you an example of actually what that note looks like right here, everybody. Just a short note. This is the email that you get from your best friend. Just a short note to introduce Joel Solomon, who did some terrific financial work for me. Joel showed me exactly where I stood on the path to a secure future and how to receive more tax-free retirement income than I would have received otherwise. No matter who you use for your financial advice, including tax professionals, brokers, wealth managers, insurance professionals, and attorneys, I can't more highly recommending you're spending an hour with Joel. I only hope you benefit as much as I have. Now imagine your best friend has just sent you that email. Are you really not going to want to meet with this person? Of course you will. And you would call your best friend and say, wow, can't believe you sent that note. Tell me a little bit about this guy. Now, to everyone that's listening and watching this recorded webinar, it is mission critical that you have this printed out. It's a sample referral note, and you're always going to give the client the ability to modify it. But this is an example, Bob, of the kind of note that people send out. And you want to know why that is, Bob? Why they do it? Well, one, it's because I do spend 99% of my time working on behalf of my current clients and only 1% looking for new clients. There it is right there. Don't know if you realize this, but I spend 99% of my time working on my client's behalf and only 1% looking for new clients. Now, what I'm showing you here, everybody, is you could go back to your current clients, identify your top 10 current clients who absolutely love you, schedule lunch with them, chit-chat with them, ask them about them, their lives, their business, their family, their golf game, etc. And these people may not have routinely referred you to a lot of people. They may not have referred you to anybody. Doesn't mean they weren't a bad client. Your storyboard did not include how you got paid with referrals. So after chit-chatting, you say, Bob, I don't know if you realize this, but I spend 99% of my time working on my client's behalf and only 1% looking for new clients. I'd like to grow my business over the next few years, and I really need your help. The key is having an opportunity on a favorable basis of meeting professionals like you who would benefit from the services I provide, my experience, and integrity in representing my clients. So with that in mind, who are some business owners and other professionals who respect you professionally and personally that you believe might potentially benefit from meeting me and who I would enjoy working with? And just zip it and watch how the names flow. Now, it's also great if you prepare for this meeting and think about all the people you may know that he knows and identify them. Put them down on a list. If he has a business, who are the businesses that are adjacent to him? Who are the people he sells to? Who are the people that sell to him? Who are the people sitting around the Thanksgiving dinner? Who's part of his LinkedIn network? If you're on Facebook with him, you have to prepare. If he's a member of a country club, who are other members in that country club? If you do your homework, if you prepare the people around him that you may find out about, those should be additional referrals on top of the ones that will naturally come to you. Now, when you become a Roadmap partner and license our entire program, it is not just the web-based quantitative planning tool, the dynamic presentation systems. It's how to build your business by understanding that you're running a business, that it is a cycle, and we can help you build a specific business plan, but it starts and begins with having people who want to talk to you on a favorable basis. And by understanding the absolute importance of talking about active goodwill as the most important way you get paid up front, that is the key to your business, because the more qualified people you have to talk to, the statistics just will absolutely assure that you reach the goal that you want to reach. This is Joel Solomon of PRS and Roadmap Partners, and looking forward to having you come on board. Have a great day.